All right, guys, T-100 LT session. This is my go-to whenever I just want to bring you guys a session. Tier 10, so no one can really complain about that, right? This is going to be the type of session where you're going to be seeing basically the top of the top, right, for light tanks, right? Tier 10, right? So in these sessions, I'm going to be bringing you guys the most strategic kind of content, right? Because at tier 5, like lights are hardly lights, but at this tier, you will get a lot of games where you actually have to do light tank stuff, right? So I always like to talk about my setup. I'm just going to run through it really, really quick. We've done a lot of sessions in this vehicle, but basically, I have full brothers in arms here, situational awareness, snapshot, smooth ride, full concealment, recon, repairs. We do have off-road driving here, most of intuition, and then also controlled impact. Believe it or not, controlled impact is quite underrated because a lot of people will ram you towards the end of the game, like especially if you want to shoot someone and then ram them at the very end of the game, you can do more damage that way. But also, if it's going the other way and someone just wants to do the same to you at the very end of a stomp, you'll get more damage out of it, right? So I feel like this is actually kind of underrated because how often are you in a stomp where people are just pressing into you? You know what I mean? So this happens more than not, right? Getting rammed. But anyway, in our equipment slots, we do have CVS in the scouting slot, Bounty Optics, Bounty Low Noise Exhaust, and then for the second setup, I do run, I'm sorry, the, what is this called? Bond vents, and then we have the bounty aiming and also the bounty rammer, and I do run vent purge here. And overall, with the stacked crew and all, that's getting us quite a bit of, performance with our crew and with the bounty equipment. I think it's necessary at tier 10 to be, competitive. But yeah, on our scouting setup, this is getting us 52.19% camo and then 484 view range. And then this is what I have in terms of the modifications in the field modifications menu. So we are running the valves. And then the aiming mechanism, we have the reinforced spalling protection, anti-reflective optics coating here, and then I do run the narrow angle observation device. And for the second slot, that is a firepower slot, and I don't even really need it because I'm running the bounty equipment anyway. So that's all, guys. Without further ado, let's get into the games. And again, this vehicle, even with the scouting setup, good DPM. Right, like I just love this tank, man. This tank is just so versatile. It can be used to do damage. It can be used to kind of like poke hole down and also do damage. If you can get the gun depression to work because it's like -5. It has great concealment. It has great mobility. It just has everything you need to usually have a good performance. But again, when you're at tier 10 and you're getting on these maps that are brawling maps, you're still going to be outplayed by a lot of mediums and stuff, right? Like it's just the way it is. It's going to happen. You're still a light tank, right? Don't forget that. But yeah, holy crap! What is this Vickers 3? What are all of these things, man? I guess we'll find out. And I'm going to, because this is Berlin, I'm just going to run the standard setup here with like my vents and stuff. I don't feel like we need a scouting setup for this. But yeah, this is quite interesting, man. I do not know what this Vickers 3 is. I guess we'll have to find out. Might be an event. I've been on vacation the last week. I'm never the type of player you want to listen to when it comes to like figuring out all these special events that Wargaming does. Like I hardly even know when there's a new battle pass dropping. So, just throwing that out there. I have no idea like what these Vickers 3s are, but we'll find out. They do have one enemy T-100 LT. They have 2 shit barns. FE 4005, so we're gonna have to be careful with that. There's T-100 LT. I feel like I'm lagging a little bit. Am I? Feels like it. Everything just feels a little slow right now. I'm gonna poke this. Just kind of hang out here until we see what is going on this map. Berlin's just a tricky map, man. You really want to be careful, especially if this guy's running CVS, the 100 LT. I feel like he might try and go mid here. I never feel like this is a good play. Ooh, there's one of the ship barns. Yeah, see, he's running CVS, which I would assume he's running CVS. I don't think there's any way he could spot me without CVS. And like, this is the thing, man. Like, I don't feel like it's necessary to run CVS on a map like Berlin, but if he wants to run it, then you know, by all means. I think it's just kind of a wasted equipment slot. In this situation, it's going to work for him, but I just feel like it's kind of a wasted slot, if I'm being completely honest, you know. Because at the end of the game, you're going to want to have a damage setup, you know. But luckily, we ricocheted the Vickers. I want to see if I can help these guys over here. E-100 is kind of coming out to the middle, but I think he's going to cross very quickly. I think he crossed. Let's see if I can try and get some shots into this guy. You just want to be careful when you poke this. I don't want to like eat my own words, but you want to be really careful here because if you get lit, you know, then these guys kind of have shots, you know. So I'm just cautious. But I always like trying to get these side shots if I can. I'm going to poke this just to see if there's anyone over here. I don't think there is. This is a very aggressive play by the 100 LT. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. I think I'm safe. Take another one at this guy. Vickers hits me. Okay, that's fine. He's camping in the back there by the window. Can we hit this UDES? Where's the T-62? I hate this, man. There's literally nothing I can do here. These guys are going to sit here like this. I'm not going to be able to get out of here. Okay, that's fair. I mean, we're going to get pressed here. I'm just going to... we'll play like the LT-432. But this is just one of those situations, man, where like... if you don't have support here and the heavies aren't really paying attention, they don't have any... we don't have anyone sitting in this window, right? Like the 60 TP, they're all paying attention here. These guys are going to press into me, and there's really just nothing I can do with that, right? Like once you are in that area, and you're going to trying to like go down to where the mediums are, so I can show you guys this. So once you're like in this area, right, and you get pressed from here, and like there's no one in this window over here, there's no one really paying attention, you're kind of screwed because you have to. The only way to get out of it is to try and run like this, or to try and run like this, and you're just not going to be able to make that work because there's people over here that like will hit you, right, when you're retreating. So I could have retreated sooner maybe, but this is just going to be a loss, and like it is what it is. We just have to accept it. I'm not a fan of Berlin for this very reason. I think Berlin used to be a better map when the south was untouched, right? It used to be better for spotting. There were bushes and you could use bush mechanics and stuff like that. And even though there is a couple bushes there, it's like, you know, it's just stupid, man. Like everyone knows you're going to poke it, right? So I just think it's kind of stupid, but okay, we're going to play the LT-432 because I don't play this tank very much anymore, and I think it's probably the most like the T-100 LT, so we're going to play that. I did have a really good game in the T-100 LT. I forgot to reset the counter, but that's fine. The most important thing isn't showing you guys the end scores. I had like a 4,600 damage game this morning, one game that I played on Paris. I am running this thing with fire extinguisher only because I think I was playing the that other game mode. So we'll just run it with the the automatic fire extinguisher for this game. It's not really a big deal. But I do run the modified configuration for the very reason that this thing gets lit on fire. So, and again, Runeberg, like this is going to be another map where light tanks really don't have to do anything. Try and see what we're going against here. Even 90 LTTB. A lot of people like to make this play, and I don't like doing that. I don't think that's worth it. Let's see if we can get a shot at this EBR. Okay, hitting the links, it's fine. There's the LTTB. Even's coming up as well. This is kind of going to be a cluster up here, I think. gonna knock this. They brought a lot of people over here. I feel like there's a lot of mediums in this game. Okay, I'm lit here. Interesting. That must mean the even is like in here, I guess. Is that what's happening? Or did I miss something? Kind of wait for the bulldog to go over. Okay, Char's here. Even eyes right here. That makes sense. Yeah, this is a really interesting map from the south spawn. I like the north spawn more because you kind of have an advantage over in this area. Char and the Vickers are kind of doing something out here. I wonder if we can poke and get a shot into this TVP. I think he overstepped. Good. Gonna be careful to poke that again. Let's get the Boris here. Good. He got lit on fire. Okay. I'm gonna poke on this TVP, I think, actually. Okay, I have no idea where that went. It must have hit the EBR. The EBR might have been in front of him. I think that's probably what happened. What is this boy doing? What is this guy doing? I hate these things, man. I can never hit these things. Just auto lock when in doubt. Good, he went down. We're just kind of hanging out in this area. I don't think we have to rush to do anything here. Just kind of conserve my HP and stay alive and all. Still at full HP. This VK looks like he's trying to get really aggressive here. Lost my silhouette on him. Getting some spotting for it, that's good. I feel like he's going to poke this, is he? Didn't expect the TVP to be where he was, but that's good, we cleaned him up. We can make a play to try and permalite this VK, but I don't think I want to do that yet. Got EBRs here. I definitely don't want to do that. You can sit right here, but I just don't think I want to make that play yet. We do have some good support here, but... like, if City was completely won, I would probably make that play. But if I run out here, the EBR, this EBR is going to light me. I can't go here because these guys will probably light me on the corner. There he is. Do we have an arty or something? I was going to say, man, like, you should be able to splash this guy, but I don't think we have any arties. T-100 making a poke here. This game is pretty tight, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of rare to see this late at night. This EBR is kind of a problem. I think if we can eliminate the EBR, I'm just gonna put my cursor right where he is. Okay, he left. Good. Trying to see if we can maybe get a spot through these bushes on like the VK or something like that, but I don't know, man. This map is really tricky to push. It's very, very tricky to push this. So I kind of just hang out here, honestly. It's like it's really challenging to push. Because you have these TDs that like sit in the back and stuff. What else can we do with this game? Is there anything else we can do with this game? I'm going to cross here. Good. BR goes down. It's just really tricky to poke this and stuff. Try and push this, see, because we're lit here. It's like you get lit on these corners, people will sit in this bush line and stuff like that. It's really tough because you try and push it and then you end up getting whacked by TDs in the back. There's the Char. See, the Char's going to sit right there. It's like it's just so easy to camp it out here. You know what I mean? Like you could just sit on these corners and camp it out all day. And so it makes it really tricky to push this. Especially from this spawn. I think from this spawn it's a little easier because you have this building here that kind of blocks other TDs, but from this side you don't have that, so. So, you know, you just keep making the poke and they're going to have the first shot advantage. And you just sit here all game. You know, you have to wait for people to try and be aggressive. And it's just like, you can't do anything, man, right? So, it's not even really worth it, in my opinion. Come back. Okay, LTTB kind of ran here. Good. If LTTB is there, as long as he doesn't light me like right like that, then I could probably poke and see if the VK is still here. But if like the T-30 is in the back or something, that is going to be a major issue. So I have to hope he's not sitting right there. You see how like careful you have to be here? That's why I just don't like it, man. You have to be so cautious. I don't think he's sitting here because I probably would like light him if that were the case. Just get a spot on him so the Foch knows which way he's facing. LTTV is going to come after me. That's fine. Ram him for the kill. T-30 was actually spotted over here. I don't know if that was like that before, but now I'm noticing it, so we should be good to kind of push this. I don't think he'll have a shot from here. Now he should be dark anyway. Okay, we should be good to win this game. Pretty close game, just had to play it carefully, you know. That's what you do on this map. Now I'm not exactly sure where. There's the T-30. Should have a shot on his turret. I'm just going to stay right behind the 257 and the 703. Just going to kind of like tuck in right here. Whoa. Because I want to make sure that if like the 703 goes down, that I'm right here to take the shot as well. To help them. Yeah, like that's what I'm concerned about, see. He's just rushing in. So we want to all be here together. The gold rounds. I don't want TVP to flank. Yeah, dude, this is not good. I'm going to slide in the back way here, I think. Stay out of this guy's render range completely fine, or proxy range, rather. Good. 2201 damage, 667 assist. And that wasn't a bad game, 3 kills. So, yeah, I assumed he was on reload when his gun went up in the air. But the 703 can also push in. It's like, what the heck, man? 2396 damage, 667 assists. I think that was a pretty good game. Nothing too challenging. I think we will apply this because that was a good amount of base experience that we got. And back to the 100. And so, yeah, my score is going to even out well because we had a really, really good game this morning. So it is what it is, man. We'll just go by the day and not by the session that I'm recording for you guys, which is good. So, yeah, that was a really good game in the LT432. I haven't played that thing in a while. I played it like once, I think, within the last few days or a week or whatever, something. But that was it. Like, I just really don't play it much anymore. I'm always playing other lights because I have a lot of battles in the LT432. And surprisingly, my win rate is not that high in it. You'd think it'd be higher, but it's not. It's like 53 or 54 or something like that. All right, so I think I'm going to keep the scouting setup on for this particular map. It looks like we are the only light, but we're going to be against a Manny. What I like to do, especially because it kind of spawned me on this side, like sometimes you're like over here maybe, but I like to go to this bush and just try and spot people that are going to cross here. You'd think people would be more careful about it and just like go all the way to the K line, but there's a lot of people that you can spot sometimes. There was one time I spotted like 4 or 5 people just running across the map there because they want to, you know, take as much of a shortcut as they can. And so you can spot them as they come in. So I kind of just get like right here. Like your concealment should be fine here anyway. You don't even really need the bushes, but just sit like right here. This will be the time we don't spot anybody when I'm trying to show you this play, but sometimes you do spot people. In fact, I would say more often than not, you spot at least one person going like this. I don't think we're going to get any. I don't think we're going to get any rhinos coming in. You can also go here and get initial spots, but I prefer to just sit here. Like you can, we might have been able to spot the rhino if we went where they went. Artie's right here. Okay, and everyone is at the middle of this map. So I'm going to start going east just because I want to try and support whoever this is over here, way in the back. I don't even know who that is. One of the Vickers or something like that, way in the back over there. Because there is no support on that side at all. There's at least a little bit over here. Even our Arties are on this side. And I'm not going to get too aggressive with this because the Manny might have already like taken advantage of no one being here. But I'm just going to sit with this Vickers kind of. The whole fight is in the middle of the map, so there's really no reason to get aggressive with this. We just want to make sure we don't lose this side. I think that's what we want to do. So I'm just going to kind of put my gun over here for now. Knock down these trees. And if the E50M goes down, I'll probably advance. In fact, I might even advance now. We have so many people in the mid, man, you know? I mean, they should be able to get shots if I do spot somebody over here. So yeah, I think we just go in here. E50M's on the retreat. And we might have shots at like 277 or something like that over here. Let me see. kind of risky, but... I'm not sure where the Manny is, but if he was like sitting here, we would have gotten lit. But I just kind of knew as I was coming in, we're not really getting lit here. Trying to figure out where... I'm just going to like do one of these. I'm trying to figure out if I'm lit here. Oh, I think we should be able to pull like right in here then. Just sit right here. Make sure there's no one here. We shouldn't be spotted here at all. I don't even think I really need these bushes. Okay, STB1. Am I in this bush enough? Hardly. I'm just going to take this shot and kind of run. I'm really uncomfortable here at this present moment. Okay, good. We did spot another Vickers. I just didn't like how I was sitting in the bush. Felt like I needed to reposition myself. Alright, I'm happy with this. I think this is pretty good. Just sit here for now. And this is a really good spot to light people that are in this area right here. But again, it's all dependent on where the mana core is or where the enemy light tank is based on your game if you're going to do this. And he's just not here at all. And we took a shot to test that, right? So I took just a random shot in the air to see if I was lit, to see if he was like way back here or whatever the heck, you know. And he wasn't. So I'm going to start pushing him with these guys. It's 7-1. This is going to be a stomp. Just start using our HP now. I'm just gonna go along with the Vickers and just push this side of the map. Strengthen numbers type of thing. Okay, hit the Vickers. Smack the bat chat. Good. And we're just going to keep going at this point. Just try and make myself a hard target for the Gorillas. There's 2 Gorillas. And Manny is in the west, sure enough. We knew that already, though, but... Okay, 346 is a good high roll on the Gorilla. Just kind of wiggle, wiggle. You know, we don't want to get hit. Push in through here. LT is really low to the ground. It'll probably slow down in the water. Just try and use these trees to the best of our ability for concealment. Game mechanic stuff. You know how it works. There we go. CVS paying off. Smack the Gorilla. Beautiful. There's the 261. Beautiful. And beautiful. Okay, 42-45 spotting, 1292 damage, guys. Beautiful game. That's 5,500 combined or something or other. So that wasn't bad. My mark's going up quite a bit too. 87%, man. I don't think we will ever 3-mark this thing, but you never know. All right, so we're at 28 minutes. We'll try to play one more if it's a good game. I think this is pretty good. And you guys got to see a LT432 game as well. So I think this will be a good session. And then after this, maybe I'll play like one of the tier 9s or something like that. I'd like to try and do... I might just get off after this. I might just get off after this, eat, go to bed. All right. One light tank on each side. We're going to be against a T-100 LT again. I keep the scouting setup on, and I love this spawn. I love this northeast spawn because you can just go like to this bush. You don't have to actually go down. That's what I do. So that's where we're going to go. Okay, K91. Spotted here. It might be the K91 that lit me, but we'll confirm that in a minute. I'm going to act like I'm leaving here. I'm going to turn back around once I go dark and poke it again. Real quick like that. Yeah, I think the T-100 LT is probably sitting like in this area right here or something like that. That's my best guess. Because he can counter that well from there. And if he is sitting there, he might even be over here. Let's see if we can poke it like this instead. Just want to see what's going on here. Interesting. Yeah, he might be sitting like over here or something like that. Or in a different bush somewhere. Artie's trying to target me. It's possible he's even here. Did he knock down that tree? Because I like to sit there. I wonder if I poke it like this. This is how you can get creative with game mechanic stuff. See, I think he's here. And the only reason I know all this is because I'm just using the game mechanics to my advantage. I think he's sitting right there. Because see how I'm not getting spotted when I put this bush in between me and where the bush he's sitting in is? Does that make sense? So, and he moved now. But I think he was there, right? Or it's possible that he was somewhere else and just moved, right? But like, this is what I do, guys. I like to try and figure out where enemy light tanks are, and this is how you can do it, right? And sometimes people do move. But now that he's gone down, we can take more advantage of this. Good. He goes down, and now we'll join the Vickers 3. There's the other Vickers 3. I'd like to see if I can get like right here. Should be fine. Yeah, that's all just concealment, man. I mean, we're really close. I think we can move up like right here. Should be fine here. Like something like this. Just make sure I'm not lit here, and then just come back like this. Sit in these bushes, and if he pokes again, we'll light him. Okay, I'm just going to start going. I think we're fine here. So all these guys are pushing up, and I like to try and start going after these boys. Back here. Push up and flank these guys, and then that should be a GG. Hopefully we can get some good damage out of it. Okay. I mean, if you want to just sit there, man, giving them the whole hill. So now what's happening is because we're flanking them, see how all these guys are now turning around? It allows all my guys to just push into them, you know? So that's why I kind of laugh here. You know, like, you guys are just giving them the more important part of the map if you're going to challenge us instead, right? It means we don't get the easy shots, but they'll get flanked very easily. See, now they all have to run down. It's funny, man. Okay, clean up him, and then just push into these guys, and this is a stomp. I think because this game's so fast, we'll play one more. One more after this. Okay, yeah, man, whatever. Whatever. Good. Slight high roll. clean him up. Just gonna ram him, honestly. It's fine. And this Yag. Oof. Where are you going, dude? 1963 damage, 654 assist, and that's the game, guys. We'll play one more. That was a really fast one. But yeah, just using game mechanics there at the beginning, guys. Again, like, it's possible the T-100 just moved. But you see how I'm like putting the tank in different areas in the bush, trying to determine where he is. It's just like you have to use Sixth Sense as a map, and like once you realize you're not getting lit, poking in a certain way, like behind a bush, like you put the bush that you think they're in, or you wherever you think they are, you put the bush in between you guys, directly in between. And that's how you can kind of use game mechanics to your advantage to try and maybe figure out where somebody is, right? So. All right, so we're going to keep the... So we got 2 light tanks on each team here. We're going to obviously keep the spotting setup. They have an RHM flip wagon and a T-100 LT flip wagon. And they do have a FV4005, so have to be careful. We do have one as well, though, and the FV215B, the Death Star, I think they call it. Let's see where this T-100 LT goes. If he's kind of going to the right, I'll go to the left. My typical spot is like in this area. I like to dance around in this area. We also have a Batchat 25T. Gosh, man, these things are so fast. I would really like to get one of these. I'm going to probably work my way up to that medium line. I did a poll today, by the way, on what you guys prefer if I'm not doing light tanks, and it looks like mediums was the most voted, so doesn't surprise me. They're the most like light tanks. Just gonna come like this real quick. Okay, concepts there. Good. 121B is there. T-100 LT is there. Good thing he didn't have CVS. See, I'm like backing up and just kind of trying to determine if I'm being lit there, and I wasn't at first, so I don't think T-100 LT had CVS. We were able to outspot him there. We do get 1300 spotting from that. That's why you need to run CVS, man. Okay, lit here. Interesting. Probably when I came up, maybe. I don't know. That was weird. But we did spot the FV4005. Okay, that might have just been some weird game mechanics stuff that I was lit here. That's like really strange. This is a really aggressive play by the 100 LT. People should be able to get shots into him. Good, good. Both RDs are firing. Okay. How am I getting lit here? I don't understand that. It's very peculiar. It might be like the RHM that's in here or something like that. Maybe RHM moved somehow, or maybe like someone's over here. And the angle is right for them to light me. Let's find out. Yeah, that's what I think it is, actually. But here it could have been the concept. So this is all just kind of trying to figure out who's lighting me. We're going to go like this. Weird stuff going on here. Concept moved a little bit. This is really weird, man. I feel like the RHM has to be like in here or something like that somehow. Because I'm hardly ever spotted here. Like, this is really strange to me. I don't know how I'm getting lit poking this bush. I'm trying to figure that out. Unless he's here? Is that possible? That would be lit. I think the tree's knocked down, though. Is it? Yeah, he is there. That's normally where I go, but not this early in the game. So I'm kind of surprised that he's there this early. But that was a really good spot. You see how he was kind of out spotting me there. And it's weird because it's like right on the edge of this bush. But we were getting lit there. So that was a pretty good play on his part. But we did outlight him there. Yeah, he's definitely running CVS, I think. You know, unless it was going around, his view range was somehow going around this bush, but I don't think so. It's actually that's probably was the case, actually. I bet you it was going around, because from this range, I don't think, even if he's running CVS, I don't think he should be able to light me here. And now that we knocked this tree, maybe it changes things. You see how much the game mechanics can play a role in your game, guys? You really need to learn the game mechanics and understand the game mechanics if you play light tanks in this game at a tier like tier 10, right? Like, you know what I mean? So. Alright, let's see if we can try and help over here. Yeah, he's still sitting there, man. Like, I can't really counter that either, so... I'm going to come over here like this, see if we can spot like the Rhino. Get some spots on the ST as well. Just grab a different angle. Is that our Artie that died? Interesting, interesting. Okay. Do we have shots on the ST from here? No. There's kind of a ridge line. There's the Rhino. I have a shot right through there like that. Not even spotted from that shot. Get another one into him. That was a really low roll. Can I kind of go under this again, or what's going on? Where's that gap? Good. Clean him up. And now let's go back to the west. I think these guys should be able to deal with ST for now. To try and outspot this RHM, but it's going to be really tricky. I know he has more view range than me, and he's running CVS. Just in a really good spot, man. There he is. Wow, I actually outspotted him. I know he doesn't have the view range, or rather the concealment. But he does have good view range, and he's also running CVS, so... Okay, because he ran away, I'd like to retake my spot by the Vickers. Phew. It's a pretty good game, too. I think we've done what we've had to do. You know, so far. Kind of a weird phrase, but it's the truth. Excuse me. Thank you. Lit here again. Vickers this time. Probably. Okay, Leo 1's over here. It's just weird because like there's a gap here in the bushes. Every time I come here, I think I'll be okay, but there's like a gap here, so if someone's sitting here, they'll light you coming back to here. So you gotta be really careful about that. I always forget that. Here. This is an interesting game, man. There's a lot of just game mechanics stuff. This is actually really good, right, guys? Because there's a lot of game mechanics stuff going on here. And I feel like this is really helpful for someone who's kind of like still trying to learn lights. Okay, the other one's here. Gonna hit him once, just pull down. I don't want to get deleted by the freaking ship barn in the back, right? So we got to be careful how we do this. I absolutely despise arty players, man. I really just hate arty, dude, so much. I'll rephrase. I hate arty, not arty players. I mean, anyone can play arty, right? I just hate the concept of arty, man. In this game, right? Like, it's totally a good thing in the military. Like, back then, you know, you needed artillery, but... I just hate it when it comes to trying to avoid it in a light tank, man. Like, I'm full speed and this guy's hitting me. Which means he has to be a good shot. But it's still annoying. You know, it's just annoying, man. Arty's just annoying. That's all it is. Where was this guy on the corner of there? Good. Let's see if we can run out here and maybe spot this 121B. Okay, he's running away. Only got 5 minutes left. This has been a long game, man. Been a little bit of, you know, who's smarter than who with the RHM. He's definitely a very good player. I could just tell, you know, and he's anonymized. I mean, he might be like one of those, like, cracked players or something like that, you know, Maho or whatever their name is, Mahou or whatever. Every single freaking person from Mahou, M-A-H-O-U, has always been an asshole, like in the chat and stuff. I was like hooking off at a Mahu player like couple nights ago, or I'm sorry, a couple weeks ago, before I went on vacation. And I was telling him, like, dude, I don't remember what he was hooking off about, man. He wanted me to make a play that I didn't make. Like, I'm not a Unicum player. I told him that. But I said, dude, like, honestly, everyone in your clan, like, not to be an asshole, but everyone in your clan is an asshole. Like, I don't know why. At least that's probably not the case. It's just the ones that I've encountered, the 5 or 6 that I've encountered or whatever, are always complaining in the chat. And several of them have messaged me after the game, like, you're a good player. Why would you make this play? I'm like, dude, I'm not a Unicum player like you are. Clearly, you know. Because you seem to know better than me. You know, it's like... But yeah, there's just a lot of toxic players. And there's good players in this game too, man, that are not toxic. But I just feel like a lot of those players are toxic, man. That's kind of why I left the hacked clans too. Because I felt like it was just... Everyone was just trying to pad win 8, you know. But yeah, nothing against that clan, any of those clans. It's just, in my experience, you know, I should rephrase and just, because I don't want anyone being like, dude, I'm a Maho player, and, you know, I'm not an asshole. It's just the people that I have met within that clan. I told the guy, like, every single dude from your clan that I have met has been an asshole. You know, like, no offense, bro, but what's up with that? I think this is a draw, man. I mean, I'm running around trying to help here, but I think this is kind of a draw. I don't really know what else to do in this situation. Trying everything I know, you know. Poking up in all these bushes, trying to get spots on people, I don't know what else to do. I'm actually going to start running this way. I'm going to go like this. Just cut through. There's the 121. Try and get a shot on this guy without breaking my camo. I mean, without getting spotted, you know, I can shoot him through the bushes, through that tree, and not get lit. That was my hope. Okay, here's the Arties. This guy knows where I am. I'm just hoping he doesn't turn his turret in time. He did, but he missed. It's good. I just don't think we could have made this play until the enemy light tank was dead. But I think it was a good play to make. We still have a minute here to try and kind of go back around and go after this Artie. I'm sure, you know, any Unicom player can look at this and go that this, say that this was winnable, but good, got him. He thought he can outslide me. He really thought. He thought, bro. Like, come on, man. That's my favorite thing to do. You're not gonna beat me on the handbrake. He bounced me too, which is wild. Trying to get just 2 more shots into this bat chat. He probably ran this way somewhere. Ten seconds. Just needed a tiny bit more time. Useless light tanks in this game. What the fuck you mean, bro? I did what, over 5,000 combined, bro? 4 kills? Useless light tanks. Give me a break, my man. Learn the game. Learn the game, bro. We tried our best, guys. You know, we really did. I'm not a Unicom player, but this is definitely not useless. Give me a break, man. I mean, we were up top here. 4 kills. By experience, we were top. 4 kills, 2,840 assists, 2,660 damage. We did our best. Their RHM was a very good player. G-Saga. Okay, I don't know how to say that, man. I don't know what this name is exactly supposed to mean. GSA, GSA. GSA, GSA. O2, okay. I don't know. You guys can let me know. Maybe I'm just completely missing what that means, but... this guy actually, by WTR, was not that great. Is not that great of a player, but it looks like he plays a lot of light tanks. I was thinking this guy would have had at least like a 6-7K WTR. He played it very well. I thought he played it very, very well, man. Yeah, it's weird, man. Like, based on how he was playing, I would say this person was a much better player than I'm seeing here. A much better player. But they look average at best. 49% win rate. That is interesting, man. That is interesting for sure. But anyway, regardless, I think he played it very, very well. I think he was doing a great job. And yeah, I mean, we tried our best to kind of counter him. I think he was in a great spot there at the beginning, very aggressive, but it paid off for him, and he got 6K out of it. 6K spotting, 7K combined. So, you know, hats off to this guy. He did a really, really good job, and I think we did a good job as well. And F people in the chat, they're going to say useless light tanks in this game. Bro, both me and the enemy light tank are on top by experience. What are you talking about? And this is what I mean when I tell you guys, like, not to go off on this, you know, huge thing again about people in the chat, but like, you can't listen to people in the chat. I don't know who said that. You guys can go back and see, but who knows, they might have like a freaking 47% win rate or something like that, right? And it's just like, you can't listen to these people in the chat, man. Most players that play this game don't know how to play light tanks. There are some that do, that are better players than me, 10K WTRs and stuff like that. But a lot of players think that you know, you're supposed to just run around like in a circle all the time and be really aggressive in light tanks trying to spot everything, and you can't play them like that most of the time, right? You really can't. And I tell you guys this because I want you to be comfortable playing your light tanks. Even if you're an average player, I want you to go out there and try and not be afraid of people in the chat that are going to try and shit on you. I know this is just a video game, but like, seriously, man, that really pisses me off when people are always shitting on light tanks. Useless light tanks in this game, and like, look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at my score and look at his score. So if he's trying to say it on our side, not the case. If he's trying to say it in general, not the case either, right? Both light tanks were top. Now, I don't know about their T-100 LT. He didn't seem like he did that great of a job. Our other light tank was a T-100 LT. He did okay, nothing special. But this is the farthest thing from useless, man. So please, guys, be comfortable in your light tanks. That's my goal. I know I only have like 2,500 subs, but my goal is to make you guys comfortable in your lights. Don't worry about what people say in the chat. I know some people turn it off. I prefer to have my chat on, but do not be afraid to get into your light tanks and play the game and enjoy the game, even if you're an average player. You know, I give you all this information and all these spots to go in your light tank, and I tell you how to set the light tanks up. I tell you all about the game mechanics and stuff like that to try and help you out to make you more comfortable. But at the end of the day, it's just a video game, and there's a lot of average players that play World of Tanks, a lot of older guys that play World of Tanks that are just very average, just looking to shoot some red tanks, right? And that's it. And just have fun with the game, guys, you know? Even though I'm going to be one of those people that is here at the same time going, I hate this guy who's playing Artie or something like that. But at the end of the day, man, I'm always going to say this, guys. I'm going to say that this is a video game, and it's also a video game where there are a lot of average players playing the game, older guys that are just looking to have some fun. You know, they're having a beer or two after a long work day, whatever. Like, you don't know, man. Just enjoy the game and try and have fun with people and play the game, you know? So that's it. That's all I'll say. You know, I'll leave it to like a minute or so. We're 56 minutes into this session, but I hope you do stay until the end to kind of hear this from me, right? At the end of the day, I can complain about everything in the game, but I will always say that, like, I want you guys to enjoy the game. It's a video game. You're supposed to enjoy it. Of course, it's going to be annoying at times. You're going to want to rage and stuff, but enjoy the game. And just ignore the haters, man. Catch you guys for the next one. I hope you can learn from this session because it was a very good one. A lot of game mechanics stuff going on. I'll show you this for the LT-432. We did do 2,400 damage, 667 spotting. That was a great game. This game is adding the game I played this morning, but regardless, we did 2339 damage over 5 battles and only 1547 assists. Still not terrible. Our WTR overall was 10,715. If we include that Paris game I had this morning and now, you guys take care. Catch you for the next one. Bye-bye.